What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome into the Divine Feminist by Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. We are here today doing our Mystic Monday reading where we have a look at the energy coming through for our collective for the week ahead. Just anything that you all need to know, we need to know, what to look out for, just seeing what generally comes up this week. But look at that, we're already starting out with the Fool. I'm just going to go ahead and tune in to the energy here, and I'm going to pull a spread, and then we'll get right into your reading. If you want to connect to the energy, my loves, please feel free to go ahead and hit that like button. I really love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here from the ground up. We are getting so close to that milestone goal of hitting 1,000 Divine Feminist members here on our channel. So that is super exciting. But yeah, let's see what comes through for the week ahead. Interesting. Oh my. Okay. Got a little bit of a bonus energy here with the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. I'm just going to tune into this and we'll see what is up this week. Okay, besties. So, this week it looks like we're starting things off with the Fool, the Five of Wands, and Death. And to be real with you, this combo has like major shift vibes written into it. It really feels like you're standing on the edge of something brand new. Okay, of course, with the Fool. So it's a fresh start or some kind of leap of faith, but it's not going to come in peacefully. Okay, I got to be real. So there's definitely some drama, maybe competition, or even an argument that is going to force this shift. Okay. You could have been trying to like keep the peace in a situation here, mind your business, stay in your own lane, and someone just like comes in swinging this week. Okay. So it could be a coworkers or friends, maybe even a little bit of internal conflict for some of you, where you're kind of like in this vibe of, do I stay in this mess or do I choose myself and go? Okay. And here's the thing with Death. It says that you're absolutely done with the situation. So you're not entertaining any tired ass power struggle. Okay. You're just not doing it. I feel like you are evolving, of course. Our glow up gang, our divine feminists here. And some people are definitely not invited to your next chapter. Okay. So some of that might be coming up this week for you with the Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I feel like it's giving major energy around money, your value, and boundaries. Maybe even some self-worth themes going on this week as well. Like someone's been holding back, okay? Maybe even breadcrumbing or trying to give you the bare minimum while you're out here showing up as like the most, like you're putting all of your time, energy, focus into a situation. Like I said, this could be at work, this could be in relationships or with friendships, family members, however it shows up for you. But there is a lot of pentacles in this reading. So it's something that you really highly value. Okay. It's something that you highly value. And you are, again, you're giving more than what you're getting back. And so it looks like there's a line kind of drawn in the sand this week. So, like I said, it could be love, business, whatever, or you can even be realizing that you've been clinging maybe too tightly to something because it seems stable, but Spirit's asking, like, is it really stability or is it survival? These are questions that you're going to have to ask yourself. And then with under the deck here with the Devil and the Five of Pentacles, it's like, I feel like this is a moment where you finally see the toxic tie or a limiting belief that's really been keeping you staying in this situation. Okay. And I feel like you walk away. I do feel like you walk away from it. It might feel a little bit cold, lonely, maybe even scary at first. Okay. But there's some kind of liberation that's coming through here. Like it feels like you've been trapped in this situation for far too long. And so this week is really giving a vibe of like breaking chains. Okay. Definitely choosing freedom over any kind of fear of this unknown. Definitely choosing yourself here, and not needing, you're choosing to value yourself over any kind of, again, external validation, and definitely wanting alignment, okay, wanting to be in alignment with people and situations that just feel a lot better than this. Okay. I can't even really think. Feel like what? Feel like, not feeling like this. Okay. Whatever this is for you. So, if someone's out here playing games with your time, your energy, your friggin' wallet, they are about to find out this week, that they're going to find themselves on the outside of your life looking in. Okay. And I got to be real with you. This energy here, it tells me that's where they actually belong. Okay. This is where that person or that situation belongs, on the outside of your life, because it's just bringing drama. And it's just, again, it feels like somebody's being taken advantage of, and you're again drawing a line in the sand this week. You're not having it anymore. So I have some questions that I want to follow up with on this energy, because that's just a pretty short reading, isn't it? But I want to know, to clarify, what this conflict or challenge, like, what is this conflict or challenge? I know that we're going to be facing it head on this week before we can fully step into a new path, a new journey for ourselves. So tell me about the conflict, please, Spirit. Tell me about this conflict that I see here. Tell me about the conflict, please, Spirit. More Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, more Pentacles even, Queen of Pentacles. Wow, it is all about your value. The Lovers. What's at the bottom of the deck here? The Chariot. The Chariot. Okay, let me tune in. Okay, so this week's challenge, really, I feel like, is all about knowing your worth and not letting anyone play in your energy, like they're still kind of in training mode when you're already out here in this Queen energy. Okay. To see the Page next to the Queen like that, it tells me that you've been dealing with someone who's they're not on your level. Okay. So whether that's emotionally, financially, spiritually, or all of the above, I feel like, this person may be offering something small or immature, kind of like crumbs, like friggin' wrapped up in potential, right? Meanwhile, I feel like you're the one who's always been showing up, like, with the full course meal, and the Lovers here, I feel like that's the test. There's a choice here. I feel like you're going to be faced with a situation this week, where it's like, do I keep nurturing this connection, this job, this dynamic, or do I choose me once and for all? Okay, because choosing you, it really doesn't mean that you don't love them or you don't like the job or whatever it is. It just means that you love yourself enough to stop settling. Okay, to stop settling for less than what you deserve, right? Okay, so the Chariot underneath the deck here, it is giving that main character energy, of course, right? And I feel like it's this green light from Spirit to absolutely move forward, okay? So someone's been taking advantage of you, your time, your energy, your love, your effort, your money, whatever, your help. Whether they mean to or not, they have been, okay? And this week, the choice to rise above it all is yours to make. So you're not here to babysit someone's potential. You're really here to embody your power this week, and you're really going to be stepping into that. Again, there is a choice, but like I said, Spirit's giving you that green light to just move on completely from this whole entire situation, okay? So what do we need to release in order to truly transform and rise above this whole thing, okay? What do we need to release here, Spirit, this week? What do we need to release this week? Four of Swords, Two of Cups, Okay, there's a lot that came out here. So Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and what's this one here? Nine of Swords. Okay, a lot of swords, a lot of thinking going on. All right, let me tune into this. Okay, so right off the bat here, I can tell that this entire situation has been taking up way too much mental real estate. Um, I'm talking with, late night spirals, perhaps, or replaying a lot of conversations, or maybe even fantasizing about what could have been if only they showed up differently, kind of a vibe here. Whether this is a person, a relationship, a creative project, even a job that you once loved. Okay, I have to say that this thing used to feel like a dream, right? But now it's become a friggin' drain on you. Okay, it's become a drain. And the Two of Cups here, it doesn't always mean forever love. Okay, sometimes it means that you were in harmony for a time, but it does feel like that time has passed. And the Four of Swords is like, you've been lying awake thinking this to death. Okay, when are you gonna let yourself rest? Okay, Eight of Pentacles, that's here. It tells me that you tried. You worked hard for this, okay? You kept showing up, you kept improving or adjusting and really giving your finest effort here. The good old college try, you know what I mean? But the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords that were hiding underneath the deck, that's the anxiety spiral, a little bit of panic energy, and definitely a mental overload. It happens when you're trying to fix something that isn't in alignment with you anymore, okay? And honestly, I feel like that dream you had, it's okay to outgrow it. It really did serve a purpose for you. And Spirit's saying, like, you don't owe your past vision, your future peace, I want to say, because it's time to release a thing that is no longer giving, like completely, right? So stop feeding energy into something that's costing you sleep and joy and mental focus, clarity, transformation. It doesn't happen when we hustle harder. It happens when we're surrendering to truth, even if it seems a little bit difficult, like a hard to swallow pill, again, because you once thought that this was it for you. Okay. And it's turning out to not satisfy you at all. Okay. So, my next question, okay, is going to be, how can we really shift our relationship with, if this is money or work or self-worth, to really align with our highest path here? How can we shift our relationship to, because I feel like for some of you this is money related, work related, not just relationships. Okay, so what can we do? I'm gonna pull out that King of Wands. How can we shift our relationship with money, work, self-worth? We have Temperance, which is really the Alchemist, so that's good to see. Okay, what's this? The Hangman, that's surrender. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? The Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. It's beautiful when we're talking about aligning with our highest path. And here I'm just going to pop that Seven of Wands because I couldn't ignore it at the bottom of the deck there. So okay, so I do feel like, with the King of Wands opening this whole thing up here, it's really, it basically is telling us that it is time to own your power. Okay, you're really not here to play it small. Okay, you definitely aren't. You're also not here to wait for someone else to hand you some permission slip to go after what really lights you up, right? So this is really about choosing the work, the projects, the people, the path that really ignite your soul. Okay, not just something that pays the bills and leaves you feeling dry inside. And Temperance, it's a reminder here that already how to turn pain into power. Okay, this isn't your first rebirth. All right, you have alchemized before and you can do it again. So You're not behind. I feel like what's happening here is you are being refined. All right, refined. And the hangman, it's really here to say, like, you don't need to hustle to prove your worth, right? Sometimes the most powerful move is the pause, is the surrender, right? It's in the waiting, the integration, that kind of in between moment where your next level really starts to kind of download. Okay. And then, like I said, I love having the Wheel of Fortune showing up here, like, hey, your destiny is knocking on the door right now. Your destiny is calling, right? You're aligning. Okay. And you're the one that's turning this wheel. Okay. But the kicker here is that you really have to stand your ground with the Seven of Wands. So it is about protecting your peace, your purpose, and your bag. Okay. Let's be real. Not everyone gets access to your energy, your time, your money, like, anymore. Okay. Whatever this is for you. So this week, I feel like you're really claiming your space. Okay. You're making money moves from this, like, place of self-worth, not scarcity. So that's really nice to see too. And you're really shifting from survival to, I would say, like, sovereignty and independence. Okay. So, that's pretty much it for the week ahead. And if this reading, hit you right where it counts, and you're ready to keep rising with us here, do not forget to hit the subscribe and help us reach that 1,000 subscriber glow up goal here. Every like and comment and share, it really helps expand this gorgeous divine feminist community. And if you do want more guidance, and real talk on the almost daily here, come join us on the Glow Up Gang, right? We are building something sacred, supportive, and definitely powerful over here. So you can find the link below or tap the join button right here on the channel. And until next time, which will be Wednesday, my love, stay radiant, stay rooted, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.